Maybe awesome. All right, guys, listen. So we are here, PRI. This is the final day, dude. It's so weird to think that we have walked 50 miles in the last 3 days. You've walked a lot. I've seen you out and about. Guys, I'm here with Austin from Big Sky Race Week. I'm excited about this. I know we're a little bit late. I said 9 o'clock, but listen, we had people come by, man. You were here hanging out. These Everybody was walking up, so we're about 25 minutes late. I apologize about that, but listen, this is gonna be a fun one because it's a brand new event for 2023. Four. That's right. We're in 2023. So, hey, it's been a long week, man. It's been a long week. Thank you. The booth 4746. If you're here, please make your way over to see us here while we're talking, and then you're going to hang out for a few minutes and kind of go over some stuff with folks if they come up. So we know from yesterday, folks are going to come up. They've been doing it all morning already, and this show's been open 22 minutes. So all right, so introduce yourself, kind of tell what the event is and where it's at.
Okay. I'm Austin Walsh. We're putting on Big Sky Race Week up in Montana. It's a 5-day event, 4 tracks, 900 miles round trip, all 8th mile. Nice. So it should be good time.
Yeah. So how many classes are you going to have? And is it 8th mile because that's what you like to race, or is it 8th mile because some of the tracks are only 8th mile?
So I think we have 12 classes in total. And then it's 8th mile because we got 4 total tracks in Montana. 2 of them are only 8th mile tracks. One of them has limited their run to 8th mile, and then we got 1 full quarter-mile track. And just to make the averages easy, we're just going to make them everything 8th mile.
Yep, I think that's going to be great. And I'm telling you, your event is getting a ton of traction. It's really cool to see like a new event come up in a brand new part of the country. We've seen a lot of events come up across the country, returning to the same tracks. But dude, I don't know if any drag and drive has ever attended any of these tracks.
Nope, there's never been a drag and drive up there, and it should be beautiful scenery. We're gonna go from Billings, Montana, all the way up to Malta, Montana, which is like 10 miles ish, 10-20 miles from the Canadian border. Then we'll come back down across the Missouri River breaks through to Lewistown, Montana, where there's super historical old track. It used to be a runway, and then they turned it into a legit drag strip, so that'll be really cool. And then from there, we'll go back up over the Rocky Mountains to Anaconda, Montana, where it's small volunteer 8th mile track. Hang out there. There's a lot of cool history in that town. Then from there, we'll go back to Billings, finish it up.
Yes. So immediately when you start talking about the Rocky Mountains, I begin to think, oh man, when is the snow going to be gone? So tell everybody when the event is, because that is another big point of contention here, because there's some opportunity for people to really, I don't know, make a world tour of this thing. So what are the dates?
So the dates are June 16th through the 21st. The 16th will just be a tech day on a Sunday. Hopefully the snow will be gone. It's late enough in June that normally the racing season in Montana has started, and we're moving back and forth. Last year the snow was gone by then.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll be all good.
Yeah, and listen, the car gods are going to shine on you. I know they are. So what kind of weather can people expect in that time of year? Like for June in Arkansas or Texas, we're 80s. We're sweaty. It's hot. What kind of weather can they expect up there?
Well, it's kind of a ballpark. You don't really know it. Sometimes we've had snow in June in the high mountains. Sometimes it's 80 degrees. Yeah. So we're hoping this year it'll be 70s, 80s, and just sunny, and we're doing good.
That's awesome. So let's talk about format during the day. Do you guys race in the morning? Do you race in the evening? What's the plan?
So far we've talked at the tracks, and we're going to race 10 a.m. to about 3 p.m. Nice. We've thought about maybe staggering stuff, but I think for the first year, we're just going to stick with 10 a.m. to 3-ish.
I think that makes sense. It lets folks that maybe stay up a little too late, kind of like maybe I did last night. It lets them sleep for that extra hour or two, but it also allows guys that are broke down on the side of the road in an O'Reilly's or Walmart parking lot to fix their car and get back there and make some passes. So with 900 miles each day, sounds like it's about 200 miles worth of driving. So obviously that qualifies you guys. 4 days or more of racing makes you a national level event. This is kind of exciting for you to step off into that kind of this is a big undertaking. I want people to understand that putting on the weekend event that we do is huge. It's a year-long process of putting that together. And you and I actually talked last June, I think 2022 in that range. And you were starting to even think about it then. So it's really exciting to maybe it was June 2023. I don't know.
Somewhere in there.
But we talked several times, and I think you've got a really good opportunity to do something that's going to be fun. I think people are looking towards drag and drive events as an opportunity to attend racetracks that they would never have any reason to go to. So, and you got a good friend in Dan Nissen. He is pumped about this event. So talk about some other racers that you've talked with and kind of what they're saying.
Okay, yeah. So Dan Nissen's been a huge help. Big shout out to Dan. He's helped me with a lot. We put up our class rules, and without even asking, he jumped on and then gave me a phone call and was like, "Hey, maybe think about this and this." Rich Guido's helped out a lot with the stick shift class rules. He's pointing me in directions. We've had some questions by other racers, and I mean, I was like, I don't know everything. I don't know a lot. So I was like, "Hey, can you help me?" And they help with everything that they can do. So
that's great. Well, where can everybody find you? I mean, like, we definitely need to let them know that you're obviously you're busy on social media, but you got a website too. So tell everybody all that stuff.
Yep. So we got a Facebook page, Big Sky Race Week. We got a website. It's just www.bigskyraceweek.com. So if you have any questions on like what the classes are, what the rules are, how do you get involved on becoming a sponsor, all that's on the website. You can find the website on our Facebook page. We have an Instagram account, but we don't necessarily get on that as much as we would like to. So we're going to try and pick that up a bit, but
that's cool. Well, I know the next question everybody is thinking, when is registration? When can they get in? When can they sign up? And let's talk about limit and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. That was the biggest question we had for a long time was registration. Registration opens January. I was going to say June, January 13th.
Dude, that's in a month.
It is in a month, and we're limiting it to 150 race cars.
Yep.
We got a small town of Malta, Montana. It's 1,800 people. So we don't want to bring 2,000 people up there. I mean, we would love to, but not yet. So 150 race cars. That doesn't include our road week class, and that doesn't include our junior street class. Yes. So the junior street guys we got 16 spots available for them. We want to see them come out, but we're trying to include everybody. But we don't want to take racer spots away by bringing them in. And then the road week guys, it's a little bit different for us. Okay. It's for the guys that want to come and don't necessarily want to race. But we're not just going to have them come. We're going to try and put on like a barbecue for them at every track. And then we're also going to do like a poker run with them at every track. Yeah. So then they have the opportunity to actually get something at the end.
Yeah. So they will, every track they go to, they'll draw a card. And then at the end of the week, whoever has the best hand is going to win some fun stuff.
Something, yeah. They'll win something. Yep.
Wow. Well, listen, I want to talk to you about that a little bit because I'm in. I want to help with some sponsorship, something, or some raffle things, or some ideas I have because we run a scavenger hunt at our thing, and it's kind of like between, like, we'll race one day and then the scavenger hunt's done on the next day. So it's really pretty fun to give these racers an opportunity to do something extra and give the what's your road week or Sick Ward, what's that group called?
The class is called Road Weeker. So just be Road Week, and then they'll come in, VIP parking at all the tracks, get in, be able to come in and see everything. Hopefully we're gonna have like a barbecue stump, something set up for them for a lunch at every track, and then the poker run so that they're actually involved in doing something the whole time.
Well, and I think as we grow as a community, I think these style things are going to be a lot more available for folks that, I'm not going to say that don't want to race, but they want the experience. They want to drive their hot rod from track to track. They want to be out there in the middle of all of this hype, this big thing. They want to see what's coming, and they want that extra bit. They want that good parking. They want that up front spot. They want to be able to like go somewhere and be cool, just like everybody else is. But man, they don't want to change tires. They don't want to make all that. So I'm excited to see you do that. 150 cars. Again, I told you a minute ago, I don't think you have any problem at all selling out. The only question I'm going to have to folks out there is the timing, because like you've kind of positioned this in a way that I think it could really be something really, really cool. So there's Six Summer is the week before your event, and then Rocky Mountain Race Week 1.0 starts 2 days later. Yep. So I'm putting a challenge out there. If somebody is intending to do these 3 events back to back in the month of June, I'm going to do something special. I don't know. I'll do something really special. I'll have something. I'll have Cold Hard Art make another trophy for the fastest person to do all 3 of those events. That's what I'll do. So we'll work out some rules. We'll talk about that in a minute because you're going to hang out here at the booth for a few minutes. We've actually got a slow minute for a second. I'll take it. Believe me, to be able to stand around and talk to you and kind of go over some ideas because I'm interested. Like, what kind of classes are you looking at? Obviously you probably have an unlimited class, but work us through like ET wise. What are we looking at? What do you think is like kind of your cutoffs for your classes?
Okay, so we got a true street class. That's everyday driver type deal, hard tire type deal. And then we got can't remember the names of the classes. We got pro street. That's kind of your next level up.
Yep.
Well, no, that's like kind of closer to like comp car, fiber front nose, that type of thing, Lexan windows.
Nice.
And then you got limited street. That's your next step up from the true street, a little more bracket type car. Then we have unlimited. That's like Alex Taylor, Tom Bailey, that type of stuff. Then we have a hot rod class.
Nice.
And then we have a gasser class.
Dude, listen, gassers are taking over, man.
Oh, they are.
They're coming. And if people don't have a gasser class, they get pissed.
Yep.
So it's really fun to see all the gassers that are out doing these things. And you guys have quite a bit of following out that way. And I think with your location, you're going to bring people from obviously south, but you're going to bring people from the north too. So like gassers are all over out there, man. It's really cool.
Yeah. When we look at the demographic, we got a lot of Canada, a lot of like Utah, Idaho, Montana, Washington. So that'll be good. We have a stick shift class. We got a diesel truck class. That one is not for like your everyday farm truck diesel. That one's for the diesel trucks that don't want to run outlaw. They want to come in with all 4 slicks and they're bad to the bone, but they're not going to run against 5-second street car. So that's what that one's for. And then we have junior street. Bring kids in, get them involved. And then we have the road worker class.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. So do you think you'll do kind of like maybe Matt a little bit at Rocky Mountain and maybe let some folks in the road week class make a pass at the end of the day if it's open?
We've thought about it. Working that out with the insurance is a little bit touchy, but yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yep. Cool. Well, let's maybe say that's not going to be a possibility for year one. You got to get through year one, man.
You got to get year one done, and then we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, again, I wish you the best of absolute luck. We want you to have all the success because I think opening up to that part of the country is really cool. And you guys have 8th mile stuff. So like, I love 8th mile racing. I think that is the next big wave that we're going to see. And a lot of fast cars can go 8th mile and it's not hard on the car. So the biggest thing again with 8th mile events is that we only allow one 8th mile event during your world champion points collection. So folks come out, they sign up for your event. Let's say the class count for the fast cars may be a little lower. They can come out there and they can earn a lot of points at your event. And obviously then they're going to start setting the standard for what each of those classes is going to be. It's going to be really cool to see all this go on. So obviously a lot of people are going to ask live streaming. Has anybody kind of come on board? Are you looking for I'm not going to say sponsor because you'd love to have a sponsor for that, but are there some brands that are saying, hey, we'd like to live stream this if we can find a way to make it work?
I haven't had a brand reach out yet. We did have, I can't remember which event they do. I think Rocky Mountain, the guy that live streams that one reached out. Haven't heard a whole lot, but we would love to have it live stream. We want to be able to show people what's going on, the tracks that we're going to, bring the word out. So
that's cool. Well, if you are out there and you want to be part of the newest national level drag and drive event, you have to reach out to Big Sky Race Week. I would love to watch it because, man, I don't know if in my loop of traveling, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make year one, which is sad, but I don't know if I can be gone all of June. Honey, if you're watching this, let me know if I can be gone all of June. Maybe I need to just get an RV and her and I travel all month. So
you tell her go to Yellowstone. Yellowstone's just south of there. Make a little vacation out of it.
That's right. So we could hit that on our way to Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
In that 2-day window where we've got to go, like I don't know, 1,800 miles or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of a little out of the way to get that way, but yeah. Well, you make the trip.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about experiences and life stuff, and this will be a great experience for people to hit new tracks I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of new people. It's going to be fun to see how many people attend your event that have never done a drag and drive, and then also how many people do your event that have because they want to go to hit these new tracks that they've never even thought of, knew or even thought existed. So it's going to be really cool.
Yep. I mean, I grew up racing NHRA divisional points with my grandpa, helping him out. And then when I turned 16, we started putting together a bracket car for me that he had sitting around. By the time I was 18, we had it together and I was running it. I ran it all through college at Anaconda because I went to school in Butte, which is 20 miles away. Super good. Met great people there. Then just started looking and was like, yeah, there's 4 tracks within a pretty close radius, and this drag and drive thing is huge. Been trying to get into one for a while and never could. And I was like, we got the perfect setup here. We'll just shoot for it and keep going.
I think it's going to be really cool. All right, guys, one more time, tell us where they can find you on social media and the website, and then we'll drop this and we'll talk to some folks that are starting to meander through the show.
So Big Sky Race Week Facebook page, just look up Big Sky Race Week, should come up. A lot of details there. And then Big Sky Race Week, or www.bigskyraceweek.com, it'll pull the website right up. That's where you can find all the rules, all that. Registration dates are on there, everything like that. And then we do have an Instagram linked on the Facebook page and the website.
So one thing before we go, are you offering like an early list or anything like that, or is there a way that they can provide their info on the website to then be able to send an email in, so you can send them an email when registration is going to open as a reminder?
So we have a expression of interest form out there. You can find it on the Facebook. You might have to scroll a little ways down there, but that's where we've been sending out email pushes from. That's where we've been gauging how many cars we think we're going to get, all the interest and that type of stuff. So yeah, if you want to do that, we'll repost it back to the top of the page and get people in our email chain so they're aware of what's happening and they don't miss it.
That's awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys hanging out here. Again, if you're at PRI, come by 4746. Look for Austin and Chris. His dad is over there. They're both wearing white shirts. They look great this morning. They don't look like me. I hope they don't feel like me. And we're gonna have some fun today. Booth 4746. Come by, hang out with us today. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
That was great. That was really cool. You got like a